Tragic events that led me straight to a certain land. If I remember correctly, I hung myself on every word she ever said. Every word she ever said. Oh, a fond farewell. Dramatic and glamorous, yeah. Let's not forget who's guilty or innocent. And it was simply a matter of fact that I was more or less affected by harmful words from clever liars and poisonous confidence. The damage was lethal and permanent in love. That's good enough.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was John's original song.
Yeah, that was Scarlet Enning song.
Nice.
Yeah. Off of the album called Ghosts.
Ghosts. I like Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're doing a morning live for once ever.
Yeah, our first ever.
Yeah. I got up early for this.
Yeah,
I know it's like almost noon now, but I got up early.
I was almost late because I had to do a couple errands before.
Yeah.
And we're both working the fair tonight.
Yeah, we're
That's
working
exciting.
at the New York State Fair.
The great New York State Fair, which
And we're going to be at the only
vegan establishment.
Yeah, so Strong Hearts goes there every year now for the past, 5 years, I think?
I think this is 4, actually.
4. And they're
Maybe
the
it's
only
5. Maybe
vegan
it is
place.
5.
I thought it was 5.
Maybe it is. Because I bet the first year we did a book signing, and then I volunteered a couple nights. The following year, I started working full-time. And I think this is my 3rd full... Oh, maybe it is only... You know what?
I think it's 5.
Okay. I'm going to believe you because you're good up here.
Oh, no, because I'm not even really sure. But
We could Google it, but you know what? We'll just leave that for the birds.
It is weird. Is it not only weird to watch us not at night, but also... Wait, John, I think you got to do...
Oh, let me scoochy? I can do the scooch?
Yeah.
Scooch master.
So not only at night, but also, like, I think we traded sides.
We did.
You're normally on this side.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
All right. We need to switch. You just tell me. I'm musical chair. Yeah, so it's really cool. I'm having weird thoughts about the fair lately. Because...
What do you mean?
Well... the fair is primarily... I mean, think about the musical state fair. Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it. Don't even be late. It's all about livestock.
Yeah.
And I say livestock, and I don't like that term either, but like... animal agriculture is like the primary part of the fair.
That's why I stopped going to the fair like 20 years ago. I don't go to the fair anymore. But once Strong Hearts implemented themselves in there, it was like a forum to say, hey guys, wake up. And the lines were bigger at Strong Hearts than any other place there. So it's a way to kind of do your part to like kind of offset everything that's going on.
That was my next point.
To give people like their vegan food while all this other horrible stuff is going on that just everybody is blinded to.
Yeah, because every vegan sandwich that we're selling is one less sausage sandwich that's going to be sold somewhere else.
It's going to fill you up. You're not going to want that sausage anymore. You're going to like that mac and cheese burger you're going to get. Vegan, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. And I wouldn't even go to the fair. At first, I had to think about it when Strong Hearts went there. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I don't want to go to the fair. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing.
There's a weird conflict in my head because I love the carnival. I love carnivals, right? So I love like the walk to the fair and seeing all the beautiful bright lights.
I was just going to say that.
And all the rides and like that's...
You have to pass all the other stuff too.
To get... Right. Yeah. You remember like, oh, this is what this place is all about. Also, I don't smoke, but I swear I smoke a pack a day when I walk to the fair. Everybody that smokes cigarettes goes to the fair.
Yeah.
It's national...
Well, it's like shouldn't that be like a band, you know? Like, because you're in big, large groups of people,
yeah.
Little kids.
I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not a big crowd person.
I'm not either. That's the other thing I was going to...
So we're both complaining about it because we're like... I have to like swim through a sea of people just to get to Strong Hearts when I'm there. And I'm sort of like Joel and Nick. Like I love closing with Nick, the other owner of Strong Hearts.
Yeah.
When I'm in my little nook at Strong Hearts, I'm happy.
Yeah.
On my lunch break, I like to go outside and stare at the Ferris wheel for 5 minutes.
And then run back in.
And then run back in, yeah. So anyway, y'all, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was going to say the same thing when you were done talking. I hate crowds. So it's like I volunteer to do this one night every year when the fair is there. I can't do more than that.
It's a lot.
And I go there and I'm like, okay, now I got to walk all the way across the fair just to get there. And I walk as fast as I can. I'm like,
I have my headphones on and I just listen to music and just like dodge people. Although with my leg and my back the way it is, I'm gonna be limping my way to the station. But yesterday I was on my feet all day. Feel fine. I felt a little tension, but I didn't really feel any pain until I got home. So we're talking a lot without answering any questions. How you guys doing?
Yeah, how's everyone doing? Let's see. We have Weave Magic, we have Iris, we have Sherry, Lucas, Eris, Marina, Tabitha, Effervescent, Casey. We have Mel.
Oh, a lot of people on it for a morning sesh.
Yeah. 23. So anyway, we're here. Early morning, so that's probably good for everybody over in Europe because you don't have to be up so late. Is that like not a good stream health? How is the reception? This is a new computer that I'm using. Actually, my friend is letting me borrow it, and if I like it, I'm going to buy it. No, that's uncalled for. I'm getting an orange light for the live stream health when it's supposed to be green. So hopefully everything is okay there. This is supposed to be a streaming computer. But I had to re-download everything, so. Oh, also, I remember last time Craig had me fix the sound. Is the sound synced up, or are you hearing us after we talk? Because that was a problem last time, I think. And I forgot how to fix it. Stream is fine. Okay. If the sound starts to go off, let us know. Do it all in caps so we definitely see your comment. Yeah, this is going to be different for some people in the world because different time schedules, and this is a lot different for us. So
yeah.
Different people will be able to see us live.
Yeah.
So what else? Other than the fair, are you excited for the mac and cheese burger? I think it's only today.
It's today and it's next Wednesday.
Oh,
I took a bite of one yesterday with Aaron on the Strong Heart story. If you look on the Instagram, I'm holding one end, he's facing me. We just bite into the burger at the same time. It's pretty.
Is it good? Mac and cheese, and is it the Beyond?
No, it is really good. It's Beyond. It's just that my stomach has been off the last few days, so I was only able to take that bite. And they made the garlic wings last night for a picture and just to make sure everything's working. I couldn't even take a bite of that. At home, I didn't even eat anything. Yeah, I think I just think this back pain is really taking its toll on my mental.
You need to get that.
Yeah. Now
looked at.
I'm gonna be.
Now looked at like fixed.
I'm gonna be.
Hi, Laura.
I'm gonna be talking about that with the bosses and stuff next week. So
that'll be good when you get that fixed. I know it works for me.
Yeah. But I'm sitting right now, and I'm not. Remember last week I had a hard time sitting still. I've been stretching a lot last night. Like I hung on the inversion table 3 times yesterday, and I did like these pulls that are supposed to kind of like if you have discs that are out or bulging, it kind of tries to suck them back in if they can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do anything I can to just nudge this thing along that when we go to figure out what's really happening, we're good to go. So.
And you got a legit chair now, not that one that broke.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious if it would have like fallen apart.
It didn't do it on live, but do you know what it did? Later on, it was just kind of setting right over here on the floor, and India was sitting by it, and just out of the blue, it just goes, whoop, and it just fell apart, and he's like looking at it.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's see. Mel says, my son and I are going to try the vegan egg now. Is that the Just Egg you're trying? Hey, John's Conscious Life. Yeah. So it's a rainy day today too. But it's warm out. It's a nice rainy summer day.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to clear up too a little later for the walk to the fair. You guys, it's gonna be today. The first day of the fair is always a little slow, so we might be all right. And the rain kind of scares people away. But
you think it's slow? I think a lot of people go on opening day. It's only $1.
It's only $1 for I think women.
What?
I think it's $1 day for women.
I don't get $1.
Are you a woman?
Well, no, the thing was, is I went yesterday to pick up my ticket from Strong Hearts, and there was none there. So I texted Joel, and then he's like, "Hold on, let me ask Nick." And then he got back to me and said, "Oh, the reason why you don't have one is it's only $1 today."
Oh, okay.
But maybe I should just let my hair down and shave my beard and put
No,
lipstick
leave the
on.
beard. Leave the beard. Just tell them.
Just
Doesn't
I
matter.
identify as a woman.
Yeah, they'll.
Okay.
No, it's. I'm just checking to see what the email said really quick.
Yeah, because I mean, either way, they'll reimburse for that. The Follow Your Heart vegan egg. Okay, cool. I have a video that I edited last night because I'm putting one up tomorrow.
Oh,
A few things changed, but
Wednesday 8/28. If you are a female, women's only $1 day. That's not today. That's next Wednesday.
oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Oh yeah. So the video that I edited for tomorrow is actually an old video that I forgot to edit last year, but exactly at the same time.
Oh, is this the?
No, not that one.
Okay.
That's 2 years old. But this one, I have a beard that's like out to here, and it's an unboxing video of like some stuff. But I say all the relevant things in there. I'm like, summer's almost over, but it's still here for another month. You know, like it just okay, forget it.
So what you're saying is there's going to be a lapse in continuity for this week.
Well, the beard's going to be like this, and then back to here.
Yeah. You should do like an actual video where you have a really big beard and then continue the conversation in the next scene with it completely gone.
And cut it and just like shave it like.
Or like just do an entire like a year later. So like so much stuff is different.
Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I painted the wall again. It was that blue with those checker things on it.
Nice.
So I painted it all one color, and I might put those sound pads up again. But I'm just trying to make the studio look better. My room, my extra room. It was out of control last year. I like to do that. I don't like the beard to be really long like that, but I like to look different, and then all of a sudden, when nobody expects it, shave it right off, and they're like, "Who the heck are you?" You know. When we were on the cruise and I did that, I sat. Okay, so we would go on we haven't done it in a couple of years, but we used to be invited every year to the vegan cruise, and we would just do our food demos on the cruise. We would be like one of the chefs on the cruise, in an all vegan group, and I remember like I would always like have a big beard, and by the end of it would be like a 10-day thing, and then at the very end I would shave my beard right off. And I remember I shaved my beard off, and then I went to breakfast the next morning, and we were sitting at the table, and somebody was telling me like the vegan zombie guy. I'm like, John? And he's like, no, Chris, Chris, and he's trying to tell me about me, and I'm like, oh, that's me. And he's like, what? Oh, I'm like, I shaved.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. What else? I have something kind of funny to talk about if we have some dead air going.
Yeah, I don't really have much.
Let me see here. I was the victim of another non-vegan, anti-vegan carnage.
You can't do vegan.
Who decided to say very bad things about me. And watching his video, the first time I watched it, I was like, what? Is this like horrible things? Like, okay, it's one thing to critique a video, but this guy was just like bullying and saying like very mean things about like my appearance, like everything about me. And some of the comments a lot of the comments were awful, so I thought it would be funny to read some of these mean comments. But one of them was just like hilarious, and the joke was on them.
Is that the one that I'm looking at right there, here?
No, that's not the one. I'll get to that one. I don't want to say who this person is because I don't want to give them any views whatsoever. This person, like, I watched it again, and the video that they critique of mine is my satire on deficient protein. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I did a video just basically kind of poking fun of everybody saying, vegans are so low on protein. And I start the video out with a nice 5K with Noah Craig, and then we go to the gym, and then we start the day off with what we eat. And everything I made was all whole food, no processed food, no oil, just really healthy foods. And I got to about 113, 114 grams of protein for the entire day. So he critiques all of that. And it's just, so I watched it again with Craig yesterday, and we're not sure, is this guy a troll? Is he doing this on purpose? Is he trying? Does he know that he's so ridiculous? Because some of the things that he's saying are just, I don't want to play it right now because I don't want to give him any views. But he says things like, well, first off, he says that I look like death. My eyes look horrible. What I'm eating is total crap. The food that I'm eating is toxic. And I'm showing fresh basil, the zucchini you gave me from your garden. He's like, this is all crap. This is, I talk about rice, and he's like, that stuff will stick to your intestines, and no wonder you look like death and everything. But the funny thing is they think that I'm 25 years old. They're like, one of the people, the funniest comment was one of the people in the comments said, I feel so sorry for this guy. He doesn't even know, he's trolling himself. He doesn't even know it. He looks like he's aged so prematurely. He looks like he's in his early 30s. And I'm actually almost 44. So there was one person that obviously was a vegan on the page, and they stuck up for me, and they said, they're like, I totally agree with you. He looks like he's in his early 30s. He's actually 44. And so then somebody else commented on that. He's like, no, he looks like he's 50. And then the one that really got to me, I'm like, come on, guys, I'm pretty ripped, Somebody said I had a dad bod. And I'm like, what? I go, if this is a dad bod, then I completely embrace it. But he was saying things that were so ridiculous. But when you look at his other videos, I can't tell if he's trolling or not, because his other videos, he's actually eating meat and bone marrow and the nastiest things. He's got videos of how to eat raw eggs without gag. And if you have to gag on something, but you're telling me that what I'm eating is wrong. The other thing is this dude legitimately looks like he's in his early 20s or whatever. So his nonsense that he's talking, wherever he's got this information from, it's like pseudoscience. I've been vegan longer than he's been alive, but yet he's trying to tell me that everything I'm doing is wrong. And it's funny, but it's also some of the things they were saying are just horrible, Yeah. They were saying really bad things about Craig, about the dark circles under his eyes, and we look like death, we look like skeletons, we look like we have diseases, and
that's a really good idea. You should go online, and people that are trying to put content out there, rip them apart. That's a really good idea that people should do.
He's getting views.
I'll go fight him right now. I'll kick him right in his throat.
That's how I felt to it.
That's why I can't. Dude, I can't.
You can't.
That's why I will fight somebody right now. Say what you want.
That's exactly how I felt when I first saw it. But then the more I looked at it, I'm like, obviously,
I don't have the patience that some people do.
This guy is obviously trolling for views, so he might not actually think what he's saying, but he's doing it anyway. Because the first thing it says in his video is, support me on Patreon. That's the first and only thing he says in his bio. And he's only been doing videos for 2 months. But yet...
Is he monetized already?
Oh, yeah. He's got, that video alone got, 1,100 views.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give him any more views, so I don't even want to say who he is.
Yeah.
I found it once when I was looking for one of my older videos. I was like, wait, that's not my video. What's this? And, of course, he's going to stop the video on, the worst picture of me from a video and put that, as the big screen, and it's this guy looks horrible. I'm like, well, dude, I'm trying to be as healthy as I am healthy. So jokes on him as soon as I give you guys my blood test video. But I'm in my 40s, and I've been vegan for a quarter of a century, and I feel great, and I work out. I do more than a lot of people do my age, So but yet you're telling me basil and oregano is just garbage and so bad for you. What? I don't know. Anyways, if you guys end up seeing it without me letting you guys know, then give me some good comments in there, because everybody. That's the other thing that boggles my mind is everybody was. There were so many people in the comments that were agreeing with him. I'm like, I can't fathom that people actually think this with no logic whatsoever. I mean, I go to the gym just to show you guys. I'm like, I start the video by saying, like, I normally don't go to the gym. I normally stay home and do calisthenics and stuff like that. So I'm not used to lifting certain weights. I'm used to doing pull-ups, push-ups, that kind of thing. So when I was at the gym, like, I was doing 245 plates when I was lifting, and somebody's like, that's not a lot of weight for his size. He should, he's probably got low testosterone. He looks awful. Like, and here I am doing, like, let's see you do 10 perfect pull-ups in a row and then dips, like,
yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But anyway, I thought that was funny to read. That one comment was really funny because they just proved my point. They thought that I was 25, but said I looked like I was early 30s. So, his dog is vegan too. Don't get me started on that. Thank goodness he doesn't have children. And then they diagnosed me with hypothyroid and anemia. Great. And kidney failure. The exact words, I will say one thing from my blood test, the exact words out of my doctor's mouth when he got to my kidney part, he goes, your kidneys are beautiful. And that's something that, so Jeremy is like a dietitian. Jeremy is our friend that had a kidney transplant. So he really looks at these numbers and stuff. And he also looks at his new kidney and the numbers that he has, because he still has to take, meds for the rest of his life, anti-rejection and stuff like that. And when he looked at my levels, he was like, oh, these are so, oh my God. He's like, these are perfect. They're like off the chart perfect. So.
Well, out of all my friends, you take health very serious.
I do.
And I often get nervous about talking about my back issues because I'm not trying to fuel the fire for some anti-vegan to be like, if this guy ate a raw cow every day, he would have the back of 10,000 Americans.
That's the thing. Like, it's like, look at what you guys are eating, but yet you're like, I've already done this for like 25 years, and I've proven that I'm healthy eating how I eat. So why am I getting, what it is they're trying to look for views, and they're trying to rip people like me apart that like puts like, a chink in their armor.
Yeah.
Like in their chain, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're saying like, this guy right here is proving that everything I'm saying is bogus. So we need to like go on there and rip him apart any way we can. I mean, this person said I look like a vampire from Skyrim. I don't know if that's like
kind of cool.
Yeah,
man, thanks.
I know, seriously. I love vampires, so like that almost is like a compliment. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the
I'm getting all worked up. I'm getting. I
didn't mean it. I just want to have a little bit.
No, I get it. I'm trying to not get all like. I want to approach people in a rational and calm way, like Earthling Ed, and I can't. I will jam my thumbs into your eye sockets, you bitch.
Well, that's exactly how I felt at first. I had to get away and think about it. I went for a run.
Yeah. Hey guys, this is John. I just bought my plane ticket to. I don't care if I get killed by a giant spider. I'm gonna fight this guy, and we're gonna get it on live YouTube.
Oh my God!
I challenge you to a fight, guy.
That's usually my initial reaction.
Yeah, no, and that's not going to get us anywhere.
No,
we need to say all of these points are. I don't know why you're coming across like this, but here are the points, and then
it doesn't.
You can't rationalize with some of these
I was going to do something about it, but the most I'm doing about it is what I.
He's baiting you to try to. That's what he's doing.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going.
He's like, this guy's going to come back at me. He's going to get 3,000 views. They're all going to watch my video, and that's what he's going to do. Watch it.
Well, I did it.
Gonna attack another.
I did it for Sparage, and I'm not going to do it for this guy. So
that guy's kind of local, isn't he?
Who?
Sparage?
No, he's in like.
Who's the guy that shows up at?
Like it's him, but other people do it too. Like this guy.
There was a guy that showed up to a New York State Veg Fest eating a piece of bloody.
I don't know if he did that too. I don't know if he came over here and did that, but he's not from here. I think he's from like.
Okay.
Livonia or something. I don't know, Sweden or. Anyway. Oh, thank you. I do not have a dad bod. I didn't know, because then I looked up dad bod just because I thought I knew what a dad bod was. So then I Googled it, and sure enough, there's like people that are totally ripped on there, and then there's people that aren't. So I'm like, wait, what is a dad bod? I mean, Jason Momoa was on there. He's the first one that comes up.
You know who else is on there? I've seen Leonardo DiCaprio on
well,
a dad bod.
Yeah.
No, he did have a dad bod.
Yeah, he did. He might still.
look at when you're married and you got a couple of kids. Sometimes that extra cookie helps. The kid won't go to sleep on time. He pooped his bed. Sometimes you just want an extra sandwich before you go to bed. I understand dad bods, and I think people should embrace it. We only live once. Enjoy your extra sandwich as long as it's vegan.
John should punch the guy's throat right off his neck.
No, see, now this video is going to be out there, and I'm going to be the angry guy.
No, you know what? Like, you had the same reaction I initially had. I'm like, you know, but then, like, I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. I'm just going to make my videos. I'm not going to give them, I'm not even going to, because I like, all was like, you know, ready to comment. And then I erased it. And then I'm like, well, and I'm like, no, I erased that. And then I'm like, you know what? Nothing.
Yeah, good. No, that's the way to go. No,
I just went for a long run, and I was like,
I'm getting rid
of this dad bod, you know? No, he lives in Australia.
Oh, well.
Anyway, he definitely is the one that looks like he might have a dad bod, and he's got like.
I know. But now, see what you're doing.
I'm not gonna say yeah. But
don't do it.
It just makes me mad because I'm looking at him.
Yeah,
like,
you want to approach him, and you want to give all that right back to him and be like, yeah, well, you have a pimple on your face that they could put a flag in it, and I could live there.
Yeah.
You know, you can meet someone with.
Well, he's got a video about that, so yeah.
But anyway.
Let's see. Your wife says hi.
Hi, honey. Kristen's at work right now.
Yeah, you're right, Marina. Some people don't use logic. A lot of people don't use logic. The other thing that I wanted to say to you know, in light of everything that's going on, I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, wow, veganism is seriously changing. Like, and I don't even know if like in a good way or what, but like, I mean, everybody's fighting with everybody. I mean, everybody kind of was always doing, but it's like at an all-time high. And I think they're losing okay, so I just want to like bring home what I think about, like, you know, I am showing a part of veganism, a part of my personal diet that I, you know, chisel away from myself, that, you know, I'm healthy. But veganism doesn't equal health. And veganism is about a compassionate lifestyle for, you know, the least amount of exploitation to animals and living your life like that. Within that, you can be healthy, or you could be not healthy. I mean, you could be just as unhealthy as the next guy
100%
on a vegan diet. So veganism doesn't mean healthy. However, for those people that think by going vegan that they're going to wither away and die, that's not true, because there is everything you need within the realm of veganism to be healthy for the long run. My brain hasn't shriveled up, and I don't have neurological disease because I haven't eaten animal products in 25 years. So, like, I just want people to know that it's all about how you treat it. Everything that you need available, the tools that you need to be healthy, you can get from veganism. But that doesn't mean health.
I love that explanation. Now, let me just tell you what my thoughts are. I'm going to say the impossible burger word for this conversation. I am totally embracing all the hate that's generated from it, because it's kind of like the stock market, man. Veganism is on the rise, and it might take a dip down because there's a lot of fights between vegans because something isn't 100% ethically awesome. It's got us talking. It's got us fighting with each other. It's okay. I'm not going to be not your friend. I'm not going to be not somebody's friend because they wanted to get a delicious Impossible Burger on the way home, and I don't want one.
Right.
I don't want one. I'm not going to eat it just because it's plant-based or whatever. You know, I'm not. But I'm also not going to fight with somebody. I am very excited about this trend in veganism.
Yeah.
It is doing this a little bit because the other side is going to try to show. If you at Wegmans, I think I saw it on Syracuse Vegans, they posted something about how, do you really want your milk to come from some weird nut on a tree when it's been something about it's pro-dairy. So the other side is noticing the fact that there is a giant plant-based burger. Maybe let's not even talk about the company, because the company might only be in it for the profits. That means that capitalism sees an avenue of profit in a plant-based. There's something to be very excited about.
There's going to be bigger and better ones.
That's right. Beyond Meat is a company I want to stand behind. Field Roast was probably my first when I was back in the day, but like, that's an ethical vegan company. Tofurky, Natural Band, like all these companies that we know the owners. Temptation, Chicago Vegan Foods. all of these owners of the company, not only do they want to give you a good vegan product that's comfort food based or healthy or whatever, but they also want to make the world a better place. And that, to me, is what veganism is all about. It's not just about eating healthy. It's everything. Let's use less waste. Let's do, all of this.
But I think the health thing is important because a lot of people look, I don't care why somebody goes vegan. A lot of people say, why'd you go vegan? Why'd they go vegan? And a lot of people, they want to hear for the animals. But personally, I don't care why you went vegan as long as you stopped eating animals. And
because it's better for the animals, and that's
exactly.
I get it.
I'm like, okay, there's one more person that's vegan. Let's go on to the next person.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't care. Like, I just want everybody to be vegan, and that's because I don't want to see these animals being exploited. I don't want being unnecessarily brought into the world so they could
100%. Yeah.
But I'm going to say what I said the first day I said it about the Impossible Burger, the Impossible Whopper, Whopper. Like I said, I think it's amazing for veganism. I think a lot of people are looking at that and they're trying it out and they're saying, wow, this, because a lot of meat eaters have told me, well, not a lot, but a few of people that I actually know say that they tried it and it tastes exactly the same. So I'm like, all right, well, there you go. Now there's a new burger that you can get instead of having a cow burger, So that's going to get a lot of people to try that. And like I said, I think it's a great thing for veganism, but it's not for vegans. And I'm not going to stray from that because it's not made for vegans. I mean,
just like the New York State Fair.
Exactly.
There's something that we can get there that's not Strong Hearts. Accidentally vegan.
Right.
It's not designed for us. It just happens to be vegan. Like
that
Impossible Burger is amazing because, like you said, that person that's like, I kind of want to be vegetarian.
I think as a vegan, you can respect that it's doing its job, at a place like Burger King that we never thought we'd have something like that, where regular customers at Burger King, which are not vegans, I guess they are now, but that kind of boggles my mind that everybody I know is posting these Impossible Whoppers. And I'm not judging anybody, but I can't fathom wanting to go to Burger King and having your stuff cooked in that kitchen, and eat something like that. First of all, a lot of people, this might be stretching or anything, but I'm looking at every avenue. It's not marketed as a vegan burger. Burger King even says it's not marketed as vegan. It comes with mayo. And I even called Burger King, and I just wanted to find out. I called Burger King. I said, this is a weird question, but if I was to buy a Whopper and I said no mayo, would you still charge me for it? Would it be cheaper? And she said, no, it wouldn't be cheaper. So even if you don't get the mayo on it and you get everything plant-based,
the mayo is still
you're
purchased.
Still giving a little bit of that money to the man. You can't forget that the mayo that you're purchasing goes towards the cruelty of chickens. The baby males die and the females are bred for 6 to 8 months until they die. And that goes into that. And I know that there's just a little bit of mayo, but all that mayo in every Burger King all over the entire country adds up, So I don't think it's something that we need to go to. I mean, I don't need to. I'm not gonna make decisions for anybody else, and I'm not judging anybody else. And even if I do see my vegan friends eating it, I'm not judging. I personally see the reasoning behind what I would never get it. But again, I think it's a great thing for veganism. I think it's a great thing for people. And here's the other thing: they think that if vegans don't go there and buy it, the demand's not going to be there. Well, I hate to tell you this, but vegans, although are growing every day exponentially, are still just a very, very minority of the population here in the United States. Okay, so the vast majority of the population here that are going, I would be willing to bet. Even if, I heard some people say, well, nobody really bought it that were regular meat. That's not true. I think the vast majority of the people that are trying this are not even vegan because there's just simply more people, 400 million almost in the United States, opposed to just however many million are vegan. So just the statistics of it, there's more non-vegans that are trying this burger. They're probably going to continue. And I've seen big YouTube channels that are not vegan saying, I'm trying the Impossible Whopper. And now everybody wants to go out and try it. Let me see for myself if this plant-based burger, if I can tell the difference. And they're out there trying it. And what do you know? I'm not saying that the Impossible Whopper is a health food by any stretch, but it's probably better for you than the cancer-causing meat that they give in the cow burger. So when people say, well, I kind of want to I still want to eat junk food at Burger King, but I want it to be a little bit healthier, they might opt for the Impossible Whopper, which I think is great.
Yeah.
I would never say, get rid of it. I would never like boycott it or protest it. I just simply say, for me as a vegan, it's not meant for vegans. They don't market it towards vegans either.
I agree with everything you're saying, and that's why this is such a touchy subject. However,
I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but
that is what it is. Like we should be able to disagree on a subject and still be respectful of each other's stances. Some people are getting real upset on Facebook and stuff. I'm posting this and I'm vegan and I just want you guys to know that you better call the vegan. Guys, don't approach this like that. Like,
yeah.
If you're vegan and you really want the Whopper and it's not gross to you and dude.
There's a lot of people making some points on both sides.
There are both sides. Capitalism, we are in a capitalistic world right now, and like it or not, Billy Burger King's going to sit down at the end of the day. You know what? I give everybody a guy's name. Let's go with Sarah Burger King. That's her last name. She was born into the Burger King family.
So would she be Burger Queen? Because
no, it's the Burger King is the last name.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to look at the numbers and she's going to say, James, get in here. This plant-based burger right here, across the board, is a large contender, which means a plant-based burger, to me, what makes it not vegan is that it was tested on animals. That means we need to be harder on the FDA.
Okay, so a lot of people are bringing that up, and people are getting upset with what they're bringing up because, to be fair, like everything you eat in this country...
You're absolutely right.
But wait. There's a clear difference here, and I get it, and I understand why people are fighting about this, and I understand why people are getting mad at people that are like, well, this and this, and it's like, hey, like I'm not that person. I was never that person, but I still want to lay out the facts behind the reasoning. With you guys can make your own decision, kind of thing. So, yes, everything that we eat in this country was at one time tested on animals. So if you're eating something like that a whole vegan company makes, at one time maybe like the soy or whatever, the wheat gluten was tested on animals. But the difference here was that Impossible took something new and that they didn't have to test it on animals. Okay, so the big thing, and I knew this because I talked to them on the phone, they didn't have to test on animals, but they chose to do so they could sell to more people. And their rationale was, well, we can reach more people with this, we can save more animals, whatever. So the FDA didn't say that they had to test that. They said, well, but to get FDA approval, basically to make us more marketable, we do. So the FDA says, go ahead and sell it. You don't have to test, but we're not going to give you the approval. So they're like, well, we're going to test, and then we're going to... So that's why people were mad, because this otherwise vegan company decided to go ahead when they didn't have to and test on animals. So they brought a whole thing where they did this thing. So people are boycotting that. And I understand both sides. I understand that they did make something that is out there to the masses that'll probably end up in the long run saving more animals. And I can understand longtime hardcore ethical vegans that say, look, I have a problem with doing that. And also it's nobody's holding me at gunpoint to eat it, and I'm not dying by not eating it. So it's not like I feel like I need to go eat it. I had never even tried Impossible Burger before that. I had never even, I've never bought it anywhere. And the only time I actually tried it was when I went to the expo, and that was simply because I wasn't paying for it. I was like, all right, I'll try a sample. And you know how that happens.
Well, you shed some light on that for me, I guess, as people who don't want to eat the Impossible Burger, we should focus our energy more on...
Take care, Robert.
Whole Foods and stuff that's more healthy. Make your own burger at home. But I'm it is a step towards having other companies are going to step up now.
Yeah.
Beyond Burger is Beyond Burger is the one that was... Impossible Burger kind of came out of nowhere for me with the Burger King thing, because Beyond Meat is really making a big splash out there. The IPO.
Well, yeah, exactly. But you're hearing so much about the Impossible because it's in Burger King.
It's mainstream.
And Burger King is the second biggest restaurant chain in the world. So they're really, hitting some I don't even know what I was trying to say. They're hitting someone.
They're really hitting someone.
Yeah, they're hitting someone.
Anyway, that was a vegan metalhead's on. I wanted to ask Vegan Metalhead if they listen to Every Time I Die, because they're a metal band from Buffalo.
And you went out and saw them. Remember?
Yeah, I like them. They're one of my.
No, you went on stage to see them, right? With Matt Dunn.
A couple times.
Yeah.
I saw them at the Warped Tour, and they chanted Matt Dunn's name before they played the show. And then I've seen them at the Lost Horizon a few times. I saw their very first show ever in Syracuse, and they're dudes that are just like a couple years older than me that have been touring the world since like '99. Pretty awesome.
That's a funny thing. We need a burger queen, a vegan burger queen.
Yeah. Sorry, that I know that's such a touchy subject, but I think it's cool because large companies are looking in the plant-based direction.
Well, also it's like, what was I thinking about? Because
I don't know.
The whole food thing. Obviously, the whole food thing is the best way to go, but the whole food thing has been around for
forever.
Centuries or thousands of years. Like it's nothing new. Like if it was only whole foods, a lot of people wouldn't go vegan, and that's just the fact of the matter. In order to get people to go vegan, like I can't do videos showcasing new foods by being like, and this is an orange, because people are like, okay, there's nothing new there. Like there's no reason for me to watch this video or learn anything, because I'm not like, of course I can eat an orange or a banana or whatever. So that's why we have foods like, the burgers and like the alternative cheeses and stuff like that, because most people don't eat all whole foods. And somebody asked me in my last video where I did the sugar vegan, the bone char and all that. Somebody said something to the effect of, I'm glad I don't eat any sugar. For the vast majority of people out there, even if you eat 90% all whole foods, you're going to eat something that's not whole foods. And almost everything out there has some kind of sugar in it if it's a processed food, even if it's like lightly processed, like sugar is in almost everything. So to say you never eat sugar ever, 100% of the time, all the time, is very rare for people, I think.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think as like YouTube content creators, inspiring people to be whole foods based is good. Nab them with the comfort foods first, and then continue that journey to be like, hey, to be more sustainable around the house, grow your own food, and here's some recipes that you can literally take from your garden and put it on your plate and be hungry at the end of the day. Because that's a tough one for most people that are like, I need my burgers and my pizzas. Those options are still there, but the journey can continue if you want it to, I guess, is my main point.
No, I agree. Someone wanted to know if I was going to produce... I wanted to know if I was going to be in LA. I've been thinking about, I really need to go back out there. I haven't had a reason to go back out there like I was earlier. But I do want to go back out there. And I think I do epic videos with Cesar when we're out there. And he doesn't really do any videos like that when I'm not there. So I think we're a team. I think I got to do some videos with Cesar. But I don't know when. But I do think I might be going to the Natural Products Expo East like I do every year. I'm signed up for it, but I don't have complete logistics. I don't have a place to stay or anything like that. So I'm still working on it. And I don't have anyone to go with. And I guess I could do it alone, but that's not really my thing. I kind of want, at least somebody to hang out with. There's a lot of people there, though. What else? Is organic sugar processed through bone char? No. And apparently, and I'm jealous, Australia and Europe completely outlawed any kind of bone char years and years ago, 20 years ago.
Europe is so far ahead of us, it's not even fun.
And Australia, back in the 70s.
I've never been to Australia, though.
I haven't either. And I'm kind of afraid to go there because, watching that, deadliest creatures, it's there's 3 deadly creatures in the United States. In Australia, every coast, there's the deadliest creature ever. It's if you step on this certain snail, you will die within seconds. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I...
It's really funny because I could see myself getting off the plane,
right back on
and just getting bit by one bug at the airport and just drop dead. It's just Australia, here I am!
Oh man, it's getting hot in here. I thought, like it. Wow, can you do about gelatin? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Marina's got a lot of good points about stop. I mean, I think it's great to call people out and just let people know if something is not vegan or if there's an ingredient. But like, there's a lot of bashing, vegan bashing. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm more vegan than you because I didn't eat that product that you're eating. Come on.
And you know what that
It's
does?
counterproductive.
You know what that does? That makes people that are just looking to go vegan or not vegan look at you like, there's no way I'm going to go vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's counterproductive. Can we all get along? At least if we don't get along on certain things, let's get along about veganism. Coke, what?
Coca-Cola?
Oh. Coke is not vegan in UK because of bone char. I don't do Coke, do you?
No, never.
Okay. Don't allow GMO. Oh, cool. They don't allow GMOs either. Isn't it? What do they call it? They call it bio. Bio is GMO free, organic. Bio. There's Indy looking in. All good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Did you want another one? Are you hungry? Did you want one of those old things?
No.
Okay.
I don't feel very well. My stomach's been off a couple days, so junk food vegan.
Yeah.
Paying for it now.
Artificial colors and flavors. Yeah, a lot of them if it doesn't say what they are, you need to contact the company to find out more about it. Like for instance, Red 4 is not vegan, but Red 40 is. Not healthy because it comes from like some petroleum or something, but definitely vegan. Next topic. Want to talk about something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the next topic, guys? Who still drinks soda anymore? Not me. Do you drink? You drink soda every once in a while, right? Like
yeah.
Virgil's.
Yeah.
Virgil's.
Yeah. I do drink soda and Blue Sky. The stuff that Strong Heart sells, I'll drink a lot of. Oh, thanks, Marina. I'm sure I'll be fine. Honestly, I just.
It's just did you like? I usually feel like that if I get up too early because I'm not a morning person.
I've been eating like garbage.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'll just sit. If there's chocolate in the house or peanut butter, that's all I'll eat.
I have all those Vago bars and like, I'm trying to not touch them.
I have no willpower right now. Like if I don't feel good mentally,
it's hard, man.
I'll do anything that's junk food in my house. I'm addicted to sugar. So sugar is out the window. Well, just give me packets of sugar.
So why don't we talk about the fact that you're feeling good about doing YouTube, something you never thought you'd be doing.
Yeah. I mean,
and you finally, just like last week, you text me a picture that you finally got monetized.
Yeah.
So you could do like super chats now and stuff.
Yeah, and I've been thinking a lot about the channel and how Kristen and I can. I mean, essentially, if we keep doing this, we could be able to, part-time work from home together, and inspire people to try to live a healthier life. But it's like, man, if I'm being honest, sometimes I feel like I should have jumped on that YouTube train when I should have made my own channel back in the day. I didn't leave, but I took a step back from the vegan zombie. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's your creation. When I left or stopped, we should have been like, John, make your own YouTube. We should have done it back then, but talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda doesn't.
Well, I think what it wasn't it the fact that you had so much anxiety being on camera, knowing that like you said you would wake up at night sometimes.
I just did it last night. It's like coming back.
Because we used to get like 100,000 views, and you'd be like, "Wow, 100,000 people just watched me, and probably think I'm an idiot."
Well,
like,
and like the negative comments used to get to me. I used to laugh at them when somebody called me a typical F word.
Yeah.
Fine, that's funny, but like I deleted 2 Instagrams since then where I had over a couple thousand followers because I just want to disappear sometimes. I don't want anybody to bother me. I don't want to talk to anybody. This morning was one of those mornings, and coming and hanging out with you. I'm bouncing back a little bit, but I've tried to contact 2 therapists to just help me with some, basically what it is. Hi, welcome to the John Show, where I talk about all my inner thoughts. But I've got like these voices in my head that are just like telling me like, dude, you're not going to make a YouTube video. You don't really know what you're talking about. What if this is wrong? What if this is wrong? People are going to think you're dumb. People are going to find out that you're dumb. Like in my head, I am not the person that people think that I am. So I'm so afraid that people are going to see that I'm not what they think I am. And then like I have these voices. I almost cussed.
Yeah.
I have these, like, they're not real voices. It's self-doubt. And all I'm trying to do is find a way to, like, exercise my brain, wake up in the morning and be like, you're a good guy. You care about other people. You're this, you're that. And not think about, like, sometimes I just think about how hard Janelle's working at the farm and how I can't be there. And, like, her life is tough right now. And I'm stuck 2 hours away. Anyway, I'm complaining.
No,
sorry.
Okay,
what were you gonna say?
I just want to say that piggybacking on that, and you know this because I've told you about it before, and you kind of make fun of me about it. But I used to feel like that like all my life. Ever since when I was a little kid, I remember like I was probably like 9 or 10, and I was laying in my bed just looking, like I'm like, wow, I'm really short. Wow, I'm so ugly, and like I'm like I can't believe I even have friends, and I better just like make the best of it. Like I'm not gonna ask them why they're my friend, but I'm just gonna embrace it and say, okay, I'm you guys are my friends. Like how would anybody even want to be friends with me? I'm so ugly. I used to think very insecurely, and then even like going on and doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. I had to tell myself like, because when we would do like, we would go up and do presentations and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, nobody's gonna want to listen to me and stuff, and I would get so nervous and freeze up and not know what to say. But I actually told myself, I said, look, this is the only life we have, None of us in this entire world, none of us asked to be here. We are here for whatever reason. We're here, and we belong here. You belong here just as much as any other person in the world. You have just as much right and, every being in you to be here just like everybody else. You're going to be talking about things like I basically told myself, like, look, nobody knows my life better than me. So I'm just going to get up there and tell people what I know. If they want to listen to me, they can. If they want to walk away, they can. They don't have to listen to me. But I'm going to tell what I've learned over the years about me. So you can do the same thing and just tell yourself, like, look, I'm just as good as anybody else. And in 100 years, nobody will ever know who you are.
I know.
Yeah. So this is your time now.
But out there,
it's their time. No, But anyway,
I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
So you need to embrace that and say, look, I'm just as good as anybody else. I don't want to think that. Don't let those voices overpower you. When they come in, just be like, no. I know what I'm talking about. And even if I make a mistake, like I'm being genuine and honest in what I'm saying. We all make mistakes. So just talk about what be you.
Yeah.
And embrace that.
It's the reason why I want a little bit of help, and produce just nailed it. I need to eat healthier. I was telling Kristen I wouldn't have crashed so much if I didn't need sugar in my diet. But I just want to help. Like the springtime at work, I overloaded myself, and my mental capacity wasn't able to battle my demons, I guess. So turning those voices away and just being like, I have a right to be here just like everybody else. You forget about that. And you're like, man, screwed this up yesterday, didn't do this right for Kristen today. All I can think about are the things that I didn't get to because I've overextended myself for too long, that I'm in a really, I'm looking up at a mountain. And don't get me wrong, I think I can get out of it. I'm just not out of it yet. You know what I'm saying? I know what I need to do. I'm just trying to take the right steps to do it.
Maybe you need to make your to-do list and be like things that I really want to get done today and things that I'm not going to beat myself up over if I don't get done, and I can do it, when I can.
Yeah.
But if you can't do it, if you're spreading yourself so thin, especially with your injury, then I know how that feels. It's like constant pain while you're trying to think, and it's always
It's like something grabbing onto a muscle.
Yeah,
and it's always there. Yeah, like a clingy girlfriend or boyfriend.
It just hurts.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm supposed to be inspiring people to like not be sad, not complain on the internet.
Well, this is how I got over it. You know, like I used to think like that, and sometimes when I feel blue, I go, no. This is how I got to be. You know, I'm. And here's the other thing: when we're talking about veganism, we have over 20 years experience each.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing this since before anybody knew what it was. So we have that experience to talk about, you know.
I guess there's a part of me that's like, man, if I can come out of this, like, and just be like, I started eating healthy. Look at where I was here. Look at where I was there. That would be amazing.
Well, maybe you need to set a schedule for yourself to eat a certain way. You know what I'm going to be doing for 22 days? Maybe I'll share it with you if I can. 22-day nutrition has like a meal plan, and Beyonce is one of the part owners, and so she has her. I was gonna do like her diet just to see like
how it made you feel.
Yeah. But already I eat pretty healthy. Like remember when we did the juice fast years ago? Yeah. And you said you felt amazing, and I was like, I feel the same because I eat really well anyway. But you were like, I felt amazing. Like so, think about that. Like if you stop putting bad foods in your body and only put good foods in your body, you're gonna start feeling better. You know you do.
I do. You know what it is? It's like you said, it's the will. If I have a bad day, I don't have the willpower to be like, I'll be like, that guy was a jerk and I feel like garbage. I'm getting a pint of ice cream. Vegan ice cream, of course. Or I'm making greasy vegan burgers or whatever. So, but like you said, I've been vegan for a long time, and at the very least, I know that I can focus on like all that fun stuff, and being in videos with Kristen has been great. For the both of us, really.
It's almost therapy. Like, you know,
it is.
You have like a little community, and then every time you put out a video, you have everybody in the comment section talking to you and giving you feedback and advice, and then you have more stuff to talk about in the next video. Yeah. So, it grows. Every time you do more videos, you get more comments, more views. So...
It's tough, man. You know, I can't be in two places at once or three places at once.
So you just got to know that. Like that. I mean, I have that mentality. Like I'm not going to stress about something I have no control over. So
that doesn't do anything.
It doesn't. It just makes it worse.
Yeah.
So just do what you can. It looks like Marina lost her connection because of the intensity of the conversation. Nice.
We're straight up taking bars from the reception. Does that make any sense?
It could. I guess
forget it.
You could argue that. Potato says, I love your channel, John. You have a great sense of humor, and your wife is so sweet.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
How's the stream doing? Is everything good still? John reminds me of Peter Mom in the way he's open. What? Peter who? Peter Pan? He's open and raw with his videos. Peter. You mean Peter McKinnon?
Peter Mom.
Eisenhower's Matrix. Prioritizing things.
Last night, I didn't eat last night, but I was like, I wanted something sweet, and I was like, all right, if I'm gonna have something sweet, I got that Mocha Sun Warrior protein powder.
Yeah.
I got cacao
all over the floor.
There was still a lot of it left, though, believe it or not.
When John left my house one night when we were streaming, he went down the stairs, and that Mocha stuff it flew out and went all over my stairs and all over the foyer, all over Indy's face.
All inside your lungs.
Yeah.
Chris was in the kitchen. I'm just like vacuuming it up. Once it settled, it was fine.
But it smelled really good in there for a while.
New life. No, the streams will not be early. Just this week and next week, and then we'll probably go back to 5 o'clock.
We're both working. Like this is like, I do this once a year, and I'll be working at the cafe tonight at the State Fair. Strong Hearts Cafe is at the State Fair. If you guys just came in late, we already talked about this at the beginning. But we're both working there tonight, so yeah.
Chris was hoping you were going to do some posts on it.
I will. And Joel knows I always do that.
Did I say Chris?
Who's Chris?
Joel in it.
Oh,
did I say Joel?
No, you said Chris.
You're Chris.
I thought you meant Chris here.
No, Joel, because I asked him, I was like, last night, I was like, can I do a couple like behind the scenes, for my channel?
I want to do a live stream.
I was thinking that. Let's do it tonight. I have a thing where, the only thing is, we won't be able to see the screen if you do that. So we're having to be working, so you won't be able to talk to people, but people can still like see the line.
Yeah.
Tonight's not going to be super busy.
I didn't mean on YouTube. I meant like on maybe an Instagram one.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe like I haven't done Facebook in like a long time, but maybe Facebook too. So if you guys, I know some of you guys are like over in Europe and it'll probably be too late, but I'm working there 6 to 11 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. John's going to be there a little bit earlier than me.
3 to 11.
Yep. John, Marina says, watch a couple videos by Richard Gannon, the Spartan life coach.
Marina, will you message me that on my Instagram? I'll check it out when I get home.
Okay, so Produce wants to know if I enjoy the smell of coffee. Okay, I do enjoy the smell of coffee, even though I've never had it. But there's a weird thing that if somebody is in a coffee shop like Starbucks or anything for any amount of time, and then comes over, then I can smell. It smells like burnt poop.
You can smell me?
No,
I
don't
had
smell
Starbucks.
You.
All right.
I don't smell you.
I had Starbucks, but I also had a piece of burnt poop before I came in.
Oh, they canceled each other out. Yeah, but anyway, that's
there is a weird. It's funny because Kristen has an amazing coffee scented candle, but also I have a bunch of rescue dogs that like to poop and pee in my house. So I'll walk past it sometimes and I'm like, ugh. And also same day, 10 minutes later, who pooped? Wilder, get in here. And alas, there's no poop to be found.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marina. I appreciate it because I'll forget it, and I suppose I could come back and watch this video, but I get really overloaded throughout the day. Oh, I got to do this and I got to do this.
We actually aren't working. We aren't waiting tables or anything. We're actually working at the location of the state fair, and we'll be behind the line cooking the food, assembling the food.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what we do every year.
Sometimes people will be like, "Is the vegan zombie back there?" Sometimes they're talking about you, and sometimes they're talking about me.
Yeah,
old school vegan zombie fan.
Well, you can tell which one they asked for, how long they've been watching the channel, or if they were watching the channel a long time ago.
Or if they just say John, I'm like, okay,
is John there?
I'm like, wait, you want the other guy? Yeah, that's sorry, that's not me.
You know, when we would first start the channel, I was afraid to be on the camera. Even though like I directed and edited and filmed all the videos, and we would go to like a veg fest or something, and I swear to God it was funny. Like people would come up to me and they'd be like, "Here, can you take a picture of me and the vegan zombie?" And I'd be like, "Sure." And I'd be like,
"Oh, I hated that. That made me feel so uncomfortable."
It was awkward because I'm like, because at first I thought they were talking to me, but then I'm like, well, no, of course they're not talking about me because they don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And I would take pictures.
And I'm like, I just felt. I don't know. It felt very unnatural for a long time, and then that's why now I have my own channel and you're the face. Oh.
Why is it so hot? The air doesn't really come. Like my downstairs is freezing, but up here it's like hot.
I'm comfortable.
Oh, okay.
But I'm cold a lot of the times.
Facebook is full of trolls. Yeah. And again, I haven't done it in a long time on Facebook, so I don't even. But maybe we'll try it. We'll do a live tonight. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll be like, Joel, that's my job. I'm just gonna go live. John, go to work. Get to work. Make a milkshake.
We'll see where I am. I think I'm actually the closing manager. I'm working my way up.
Oh, you are? So
not tonight. One night this week. I think.
Because that would have been weird. For one day ever, you would be my boss. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know what, Holly? That's funny. One of the biggest comments we'd get whenever we would go to Veg Fest or Expo West is like, my 4-year-olds love you. And I'm like, I gotta watch what I say.
I know.
Because I clean it up pretty good. I mean,
okay, so when we first started the channel, like I wanted to put all kinds of like gore and like I wanted to like use bad language, and like after the first couple of videos, people were like, "My kids love you," or something like, "Oh, you know, I showed this to my church and my whole church watches it." And I'm like, okay, so we can't swear. We got to stop killing people. I actually had to take a part out of the mac and cheese one because you killed
Corey.
Yeah, you took a big knife and stabbed her. It was special effects, but
It was my Mac. That's what the channel was back then. Is like
we were
we made chili explode. We
It was fun. It was so fun.
Yeah, we were doing that so that.
But it's so saturated now. Like it's not even really worth making a cooking video anymore because there's so many out there. There's so many. It's like I put so much time into a cooking video and it's just like, blah.
So one thing I just learned is everybody on this in this chat with us hates Facebook. So maybe we should do a different. You guys want to do Instagram instead?
Okay, so my new video will be like, watch me delete my Facebook account. Just kidding.
It's funny because Chris and I are like, we need to start a Twitter and a Facebook page.
You should.
Like, I don't.
You don't have to do it for you. Like, I barely ever go on mine or even post on my personal one. But for the vegan zombie, it's almost like essential.
You
really need it.
I agree.
Because, I mean, you post with your new video that's on YouTube, I always share it to Facebook.
Everything, right?
Because there's people on Facebook that said, I don't have YouTube. That I only watch your videos on Facebook. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Thanks, Mel.
Don't censor yourself. Kids' parents don't watch their mouths. That's funny, Graven, because Janelle. No, not Janelle. I think it's Corey. Whenever I'm like, Corey has the worst mouth, but I've Corey. Oh my God!
You forgot
Corey Welling.
You forgot your best friend's name.
Uncle Corey always swears in front of Saya and Cohen and.
She knows not to.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I said something that I shouldn't have. Oh, what's that sauce the bitchin' sauce?
Oh,
Cohen was running around saying bitchin' for like the rest of the night because they made a joke about it. They're like, it's fine. He hears way worse. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Who even knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody has a different social media, so we gotta hit it. We gotta hit them all. Gotta hit them all.
Hit them all.
Why would you hit a mall?
I don't know.
An entire mall. Imagine if I went up to Destiny. It's like,
where would you even hit it?
What if it was? What if I was talking about Destiny's Child? I thought of a really weird movie concept. You guys want to hear it?
I do, yeah.
All right. So, what if aliens come and visit from outer space? Okay.
Okay. What if they're already here? Okay.
This is just all right. So they come and they're like, "I come in peace," and we kill them, and we kill them and we eat them, and they're the most delicious thing we've ever tasted. So this is a horrific movie concept. So we take their technology.
Is it technically vegan because they're not?
No. So this is a two-parter. I'm going to tell you the first part. This is the morbid part. So they are delicious, and we're like, wow. It's the most delicious thing we've ever tasted, and this isn't a movie about veganism, you guys. It's just a movie, all right? We take their technology and how they traveled here, and we
fly to their planet.
We fly to their planet and eat them, all of them, because they're so delicious.
What the heck? That's probably what would happen with the way they.
But then I was like, all right, how can I make this less crazy? How about they come here and they want us to eat them because when we eat them, a chemical is released into the air that creates world peace.
What the heck?
I was driving home last night and I had this thought in my head.
I mean, I was driving when I came up with the vegan zombie.
We eat aliens, and that's. Could you just imagine some alien flies down, and I'm just gonna pick on Louisiana. I don't know why. It's just an area, and they've got this freaking shotgun. It's coming right at us. I come and blows him into smithereens. And some of the alien meat lands in Billy Bob's mouth. And he's like, "Oh my God!" Sorry. All right, that's it. We're gonna delete that part of the live stream.
Ideas that we have when no one's around.
I have a lot of ideas that I don't put out there because they're terrible.
Message retracted. We already saw it. Can you turn a cat vegan? Tabitha says. You can't turn a cat vegan because a cat is an obligate carnivore.
Well, what if you show it like all the videos?
It might go vegan,
No.
but it still might see a bird and be like,
No.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I have 4 rescue cats, and
Yeah.
none of them are vegan. Now, can you feed them a vegan diet? I failed at that, so I'm still trying to figure that out.
It's possible. Some people
Some
can do
cats.
it. Some, but not. It's hard. You can, however, have a dog.
John Scott's just like, yeah. Sorry, we want to answer that more serious. And it's hard to have a vegan cat. There is a lot of science that proves that it's not a good idea. There are vegan brands out there. I tried the Amy's, and it had a negative effect on the health of the cat. So I'm still trying to work on. Supposedly, Amy's vegan cat food has everything a cat needs. Even the taurine is a vegan synthetic. But I think that there needs to be a little bit more research. And if somebody else has other success, I am definitely willing to try that. But we got to keep working on that one. Dogs, like you were saying, they can actually thrive on a vegan diet. The oldest dog to ever live was 27 years old.
Yeah.
Can you do a "What's in my mouth" challenge with Jamie? What's that? Who's gonna put something in my mouth? Do I have to have is it vegan? And is it appropriate? Either way, I'm into it. No, it has to be vegan. I won't ever not eat it. But if it's not appropriate, I still don't care. What are you okay? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You seem. My dogs like eating cat poop. Oh, Graven. My cats do too. Probably because there's some leftover fishy smell or whatever it is that they're eating. So I keep the litter boxes upstairs, and the cats can jump the gate to go up and make their business. 2 of the cats just live upstairs. They come downstairs a little bit.
Yeah, I never see all your cats. The one that hugs?
Yeah, Katie's the only one that's like super annoying. You get blindfolded and have to guess the food in your mouth. I'm into it.
It's got to be vegan.
Who's going to be putting it in my mouth?
Yeah, wait,
Chris or
your wife?
Jamie?
Jamie.
Jamie's going to come over here. I'm going to go over there. I don't know who Jamie is.
Jamie.
Did I just make that name up?
Wait, what's that famous chef's name? Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver will do it.
Is he foreign? Is he from England?
Yeah, I think so. But I've already talked to him. He's going to do it. 3 fat indoor cats.
And he's fighting someone. Kristen, do you want to play What's in My Mouth? That's not funny, you guys. Grow up. That's my wife you're talking about.
It's probably the mailman.
Do you want me to go fight him? Hey, get the hell out of here!
Wow. Listen to them. The poor mailman just trying to give me.
Did you let him downstairs?
No.
So he did.
No, he's good.
Okay. Indy's downstairs, but wasn't.
No, they're both downstairs.
Okay. Wasn't Nigel up here?
Okay, I'll just turn my ringer off.
Oh, okay. So you know what? You guys gotta specify. If I see my name up there and it's spelled Jon, John, I am sorry that if I said anything appropriate about Jamie. John? Where are you? Come hang out.
Wait.
I'm talking to myself.
We don't hear. No, I don't think anybody knows what we're talking about now. I don't even know what
John's
we're talking
conscious wife is Jamie, and
Okay.
she puts things in his mouth.
Oh.
I think.
Okay, so it's not Jamie Oliver. You guys hear those barks? That would be. That's Cindy.
All right, Kristen, you know what? We need to put a video out on Saturday. I have a really good video I'm going to put out on next Tuesday. When we were at Mockingbird, I kind of interviewed Kristen and had her talk about her cancer story.
Okay.
And it's tough to sit through and listen to it again because I've heard it a few times, but this Saturday, maybe we'll do a what's in my mouth. Is that okay that I steal someone else's idea? I'll give you props, John. I'll be like, this is John's idea. Go watch his wife put stuff in his mouth too.
Should we have like? Is it gonna be a live?
No, this is just gonna be.
Okay.
But we can do that live. That'd be fun.
We could do a live where we all do that and figure it out.
In fact, maybe I'll do one for this Saturday.
You better not give me mushrooms.
Oh my God! I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Chris isn't healthy today. Today, Chris is gonna eat 5 different flavors of chocolate cake.
Oh man. Okay, this is a teaspoon of oil. What kind of oil was that, Chris?
Oh, Majori said Jamie Oliver's plant-based 5 days a week. He has a cookbook called Veg out in a week or so.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. Is he not veg the other 2?
I was in Best Buy the other night. I got this monitor, and this girl walked by me and she's like, "Oh, what'd your shirt say? I really like it." And it was a shirt that I made myself, my Ouija one. I was like, "Oh, I made it myself." And she's like, "The vegan zombie. Oh, are you vegan?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'm vegetarian." And then she said that she couldn't give up cheese, and I was like, "Oh, there's awesome cheese now you can." She's like, "Yeah, but I don't want to spend that much money on cheese." I'm like, "You can make your own. Like, there's so much. Like, come over to the vegan side."
That's good. That's good. It's a conversation starter. It's a conversation piece.
Senator Chuck Schumer said hi to me at the state fair because I was wearing a vegan zombie shirt. He's like, "Vegan zombie," and I'm like, Senator
Chuck Schumer, Charles Barkley Schumer.
Do your wife's makeup video. There you go.
Oh, well, that's going to be closer to Halloween because we're going to do a really fun themed. Kristen is amazing at makeup. Her makeup is the best makeup in all of makeup. Oh, hi Stephanie. Welcome to the chat. Stephanie Monty.
What are your all's favorite food? I'm a pizza guy. I love pizza. I also like burritos.
Yeah, favorite food. I'm gonna go with an entire culture.
Yeah,
Mexican.
Yeah, and chocolate. I love chocolate. If it's good, like if it's
Mexican chocolate. Put some cinnamon in there.
Let me just show you guys. For those of you guys that don't know, I know a lot of people in Europe already know about this because they don't sell this in the United States. But the Vago bar is my favorite chocolate, right there. This is the closest. I mean, it's like milk chocolate, but it's vegan.
The closest thing to perfect, but the furthest thing from me. Juliana Theory. You like them.
I do, but I don't remember that song.
I'd like to be the shoulder that you cry on.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it. What's the name of that song? Chris will mail you a free T-shirt. Doesn't matter where in the world it is. I'm just kidding. Yeah, chocolate. Now if a peanut butter falls into the chocolate or vice versa, I'm your guy.
Chocolate and the peanut butter.
Yeah, you mix the two.
Buffalo cauliflower tacos. Chris seduction and vegetarian. Yeah, right. Oh man.
Chris, the girls go wild over you all the time. It's that long flowing hair. I'm the comic relief. You're Han Solo, Jar Jar Binks, Chewie. I'll be Chewie. Bald Chewie. Dude, I just called you Han Solo. You can't be the whole cast of Star Wars. Dude, I want to be Chewie. Fine. Chris is Chewie, Han Solo. I'll be Jar Jar Binks. I'll be Natalie Portman.
Okay.
I'll be Natalie Portman as Natalie Portman in Star Wars.
You don't want to be Anakin?
Dude, Anakin...
Little Anakin.
No. First of all, bad acting all across the board.
Yeah.
I don't want to be either one of those. I would have done a better job. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to act, but I would have been a better Darth Vader. Because I loved Star Wars. I could have been Anakin's... I'm getting all emotional.
You're going to use the Force and things are going to start go flying. Lucas wants to know if you order a pizza at a regular pizza place and you hold the cheese, like you take it and you hold it, is it usually any cheaper? No, it's usually not.
So can I get a pizza, but can you just give me the cheese so I can hold it?
I've never had that, and I used to work at pizza places, and
they would never deduct the price of
the highest expense to make a pizza is the cheese. And to make pizza like in a New York pizzeria and stuff, it's seriously pennies. It costs them when they buy in bulk. It costs them, I think it was like 37 cents to make a pizza, and the cheese was the highest price component to the pizza. So when you take it off, they're making a ton of money off you, but yet they're still charging you the same. And that would be the same if you had a vegan pizza too. The cheese would be the most expensive. Still. Which reminds me, we got to start recipe testing.
I know.
I've been so busy too.
I know. Like once I get out of the fair, I have a set schedule at my job. I have a set schedule at the farm that I just need to make with Janelle. And then I'll have a set schedule. You and I will dedicate 2 days a week to get this pop-up thing going because I have a connection in Tennessee. They want us to do a pop-up down there with Kalina.
For a pop-up in Tennessee?
If this one goes well.
Oh, like we could do one there?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
There's a guy that's been following the Vegan Zombie for a long time, and C-3PO. I am fluent in over 6 million languages across the galaxy as a protocol droid. Somebody said that they don't make vegan Mexican food, but they really do. A lot of it has lard in it, but there are a lot of options out there now.
Oh yeah, there's a ton.
In fact, I believe we make quite a few Mexican themed dishes on our vegan zombie stuff.
If you're in the LA area, there's just Vegana, and there's also Vegetinos. I mean, check those out. Those are like some really good authentic Mexican food. And then you have Vegan by Victoria's. My friend Irvin Lopez owns that, and he makes the best vegan like sweets.
Wait a minute. Weed Magic's in Canada. Why does this say New Jersey?
What? Where?
Because I follow her on Instagram.
Oh. I do too.
That's why I followed her. I'm like, oh, she's friends with Chris, and she's safe.
Okay.
She's not going to show up and try to kill me. I got noticed as the Vegan Zombie in Chattanooga, Tennessee once.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And that was when I kind of wasn't really doing it anymore.
Yeah, you took.
So when people be like, "Dude, the Vegan Zombie," I'm like, "Oh, you should no." The other guy's the Vegan Zombie. I'm his friend.
No, we're both kind of.
We're both. Yeah. The Vegan Zombie is a joint effort. With our powers combined. I have the power.
Oh man. Amy's black bean enchilada meal is delish. I'm currently in Florida. I used to live in Florida. We already talked about that, I think. How hot is it in Florida right now?
New Brunswick is in Canada, not the one in New Jersey. Okay, so forgive me, but there's a Thursday song called Dying in New Brunswick.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that song, so my head immediately went there. Canada's awesome. Kristen and I actually want to move there, but you have to prove that you can be... Oh, Kristen, are you still on? What's the city? Is it called a city?
What?
There's a place in Canada that literally...
Province?
Province? Yeah, I think province. But they said they'll give you a visa if you can prove that you can be a productive member of society. I'm like, well, I can do lots of stuff. So can I just move there?
Can you mash potatoes?
I can mash potatoes. I can do the twist.
Talking about LA, if you go there anytime soon, you should try to collaborate with Jenna
She is the funniest. She is YouTube.
She's from Rochester, which is just an hour from here.
She's. I think about her when I edit my videos. 'Cause I'm like, I have a lot of her qualities. It's her editing is perfect because it's like she has two different voices. The one that she wants to communicate, and then the other one, and she'll say the real thing, and then the other voice will say the. You know what I'm saying? It's just this weird. I love it.
I remember what I was going to say that I forgot. The thing that I forgot like an hour ago. It's I finally edited my brother's video with him, Mary, and Katie making breakfast.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Katie is so funny.
Like, and if Brian is in the right mood, he's one of the funniest people I've ever met.
She calls out my sister. It's so funny. I'll just give like a tidbit away because I'm trying to get. I edited the video. I'm going to give it to Brian, and Brian's my brother. He's gonna start his own YouTube channel. I hope he uploads it because he's very fickle about things. Oh, I don't want to.
I know he need. That's what I'm saying. If he's in the right mood.
But I spent like 5 hours editing this video, maybe 4 hours. But anyways, there's a part in it. I'm just gonna give it away. It's really funny. I've never seen Katie like this. Whenever I'm over, she's a little bit more reserved because she's not, I guess, 100% comfortable with just her mom and dad. She's kind of like, well, the camera's on, and Uncle Chris is here, and so you see her how you see her on my videos. But when it was just them, she's so funny. And like, there's a part where my brother says, we went somewhere once and you got pepper in your eye when Aunt Kelly was watching you, and she looks up at him. And she goes, but she wasn't. Like, she just turned my sister in. She wasn't watching her. It's funny. You had to see it in person.
It's nice to see that because family is super important to you. Oh, Indy. And for you guys to be making those videos together, it's cool to see that, that part of your life.
Yeah, Katie's not being camera shy with them. Canada is led by a tyrant, unfortunately, so think twice before moving here.
Oh boy.
I think as bad as we have it good here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're a couple of white males, of course we do.
Well, I mean, anybody that wants to come here.
Just kidding.
Maybe that was satire. Maybe they were just kidding on that one.
Yeah, I hope so, because he does a lot of cool things.
Because I didn't see him as that way, but what do I know?
What do I know?
But what's he doing? Is he trying to show off over there? That pup.
12:30. I still got to go get my tickets.
I could have gone.
Let my dogs out. And then I don't know how traffic's going to be. I got my headphones right here so I can put on... I've been listening to this rap album by NF. And it's like this 24-year-old white dude. But he raps about, like, all the mental problems, like, how to overcome them all. So, like, I listen to it to, like, kind of be like, I feel the same way. So I'll probably listen to that on the way to the fair. Sometimes I'll listen to, like, pop punk. Anything I need to do to, like, ignore the massive amounts of people and cigarette smoke wafting into my face.
Oh, my God. And, like, you see all the animals and you see all the greasy foods that they're making, which reminds me, I need to make my video that I was going to make, cooking video.
You got another cooking video?
Yeah, I was going to make...
Did you post the bread one yet?
No, not yet. I was going to make... Yeah?
Perfect for the fair.
Yeah.
So,
I got to do it now, next week.
Yeah, right now.
I was supposed to go camping with Noah and Craig tomorrow and Friday.
Where are you guys going?
I'm not anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We were going to go,
Yeah, produce. The fair, I don't know what it is, but it's like, if you go to the fair, you have to have a fanny pack and a pack of cigarettes and money. Bring money. And, I mean, not if you're healthy. Not everybody does, but they're, like, even yesterday, we weren't even open. We were just prepping. Well, those are all the workers. They probably have to smoke. It's part of their life. It's tough being a traveling carnival associate. I mean... Yeah,
traveling around.
I was just a touring musician living in a van, and that was miserable. Hi, I smell like a foot. Where's Spiria?
I probably shouldn't even say this anymore because I said it last week too. But I wanted every night, like I was going to go live before Wednesday to do the other couple videos that I was going to give you guys. But as you can see, I painted my room, I rearranged it, I cleaned up so much of the house, and then I was editing the videos that I was doing last night because I needed something for tomorrow. I needed to get that video ready because I was going to go camping. So just already it's like, wow, I got a schedule now that I got to stick to because I said that I'm going to upload videos every Mondays and Thursdays. So
yeah,
got to do it.
It's actually kind of. Kristen and I are trying to divide and conquer. So right now what we're doing is I'll do the editing of the video, and I'm not happy with my last video, but I'll fix all that stuff that I didn't like music wise. But I'm doing all the YouTube stuff. Kristen will do like the Instagram and the thumbnail for YouTube and like Facebook and all that. And I told her I'd do like the Twitter, just because like once I upload it, I'm just literally picking Twitter, Tumblr, all that stuff, just in case people don't have YouTube.
Well, that's good. The other thing that I was thinking, and I know like I have friends like Happy Healthy Vegan that do this, so they have a joint channel, but sometimes it's just Ryan doing a video, and sometimes it's just Ange, and sometimes it's both of them. So you could potentially do a video on your own, or she could do a video on her own.
The only thing I might do that I was planning on doing on Just John channel that I'm not going to do is the music stuff, because you're like, we already have established kind of what we want to do with this channel.
Yeah.
Writing music doesn't really factor into it, but it's something that makes me happy. So like if I make a second channel and just make that a primary music channel where completed songs can go there and videos, funny videos, like if I want to do covers with a mullet, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Marina, so basically the music on that video was, like I was saying, a lot of stuff that I've written and never finished, but I accidentally made one of the songs halftime. So like plays one chord. I don't want to go too much into it, but it annoys me. So I'm like, all right, I just got to do a little bit better. I want to write a bunch of music. I don't have enough time in the day. This is really...
Well, you know what you got to do is you got to have music that's already, and you got to like kind of like label it like upbeat, like sad.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like you'll see it on my Dropbox. Yeah. I'll do Cooking Loop 80s theme, like Stranger Thing. The one
that one.
The one where I made the juice with the scary music. Music. That's called The Murder Room, because originally I was going to write a little scary skit where it's like a shaky scary video like walking down my basement, and then it focuses on the murder room and slowly gets closer, and then Kristen would have to film this part, but then you pan over and there's me in the corner like this, but then I wanted to edit it as creepy, so when I turn around I'm like right next to the camera and then go back.
You could totally do that.
Yeah, but you could do that. The problem with me is there's a learning curve around it. I can do it, but it takes me 5 times longer because I haven't been doing it for very long. But I'll get better in the wintertime when I don't have a lot of stuff to do, and maybe when my back's healed up, or maybe if I have to have something crazy like surgery, I'll get better at editing.
Hopefully, the surgery I had was like in and out same day, and it was like fast recovery. So, but anyway, hey Oren, how's it going?
I am not a Virgo, unless you're not talking about me. I'm a Sagittarius.
What's good to eat that's vegan at Taco Bell? Wow, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time, but they have like, you can get like vegan crunch wraps and just regular burritos without the cheese. And if I remember right, what I used to do a long time ago is like, it was a crunch wrap or the burrito, and then you add like the potatoes on it and all the good stuff, but like get beans instead of meat, and no cheese, and then I always undo it. Actually, Taco Bell was the last place. Taco Bell was where I was at when I went vegan, 25 years ago.
I remember my girlfriend, I didn't have my license at the time, but the day I turned 16, my girlfriend picked me up and took me to Taco Bell, and I got a 2 bean burritos minus cheese and minus sour cream, and it was so good. It was so good.
I think race is anti-vegan zombie. What's that mean?
Is that a person that's in they may have been kicked out?
I don't know. I'm looking up. I don't see anybody named that.
There was someone in here last week named Race.
Yeah, but I don't see it now. I don't see anyone with that name. Whoa, where's Linda? Is it too early? Linda, are you on?
I do stress about the little things. It's so stupid. I stress and I obsess over it. It's like OCD. Like, I'll have a conversation, and on the drive home or the entire night when I try to sleep, I'm like, what did I say to piss this person off?
I see a big German Shepherd.
No.
He can come in.
Want to come in?
Yeah. Don't let the other one in. The other one's a spaz. I don't want him to fight.
Oh, gosh.
Let's see.
I got a 20-minute warning on me, but if you can...
So the KFC is where I was. That's the last place I ate when I went vegetarian. So that's the last meat I ate, and then when I went vegan, it was Taco Bell.
I don't remember. I remember where I was when I went vegan, but I don't remember the last meat I ate, except for my mom got me a slice of pizza, cheese pizza, but there were circles where the pepperoni was, so she picked it off.
Oh,
and
my.
I ate it, and I was like, Mom, just so you know, I don't want to do that, but I was only vegetarian for one day.
One day.
That's right, Oren. I stress because I care. But what I want to do is be more rational, more calm. I want to be elevated. But I don't.
I couldn't sleep last night because I was like thinking too much. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed early because I got to get up early and I got to do this live stream and then I got to go to work at Strong Hearts. And sure enough, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep, and I had to wake up at I had my alarm at 9, but I woke up at 8. So that's not very much sleep. And then I got a meeting, a telephone meeting tonight for something about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be good.
That's exciting.
What else? And then tomorrow is change of plans.
Yeah. What was my last meal? I haven't eaten since I was at Strong Hearts yesterday.
We should sing all the comments. I'm in the same way, John. I get you. I'm gonna send you some links with the information. That really helped me calm my mind.
Yeah, and I was thinking on the music, like if I have just like a hodgepodge channel where I can do music, and
you had a good video that one time that I always do the Carl Sagan video, Pal Blue Dot, but you showed me. Actually, I heard it before, but you played it again. You said, "Oh, listen to this," and it was like the guy, like it was that video, and the guy was talking, like an inspirational talk of like.
Oh yeah, when he was at Apple and.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I see that. Somebody sends me that like at least once a year. And I'm like, yeah,
it's inspiring.
And I watch it every time too.
This was a big year for me because I left my position at my job, and that I'm still trying to deal with it with my life now because I got so wrapped up in my job that's who I was. I was the nursery manager at this place, and I couldn't do certain things because I knew it was going to be busy.
Nursery for plants, not for kids.
Not for kids, plants. Now I'm trying to sort things out.
And he's around licking. A can of salmon. I don't think I've ever had salmon. I was never a fish person.
No, me either. I did catch a fish once.
I did too. I didn't eat it though.
No,
my friend did.
I caught a few fish in my life when I was a little kid, but I had an experience where I caught a fish.
That's your video.
It is my video. I brought it up to my mom and I was like, I caught this fish. She's like, oh, cool, we're so excited. And we cleaned it. It's either her or my dad, I can't remember. Somebody chopped the head off, ripped the spine out, and blah, 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 put it in the freezer. I'm like, okay, we're going to eat it in a couple of days. And I go, what do we do with the head? Do we put it back in and it grows into another fish? And she's like, I don't think I was 12, but I was a little kid. She's like, no, honey, it's dead. And that was the first time I was like, what does that mean? Dead? You mean never going to come back? And that's my fault? I just did that? For a little fish. Eat a vegetable. Eat a vegetable. Because I saw a video where a fishing hook got caught in a dolphin. Not that there's dolphins where I fished, because I lived on a lake. But fish hook got caught in a dolphin's wing.
Yeah.
Wing.
Flipper.
Swim wing. And there was a fishing line wrapped around its wing. Lever. Flipper. And the dolphin was swimming around the diver who was on a different expedition, and he saw why it wasn't using. And the dolphin actually let him unhook it, cut the and
I think
knew
I saw
that we were helping. And I just in my head one of the biggest reasons why I'm vegan, why I'm trying to push sustainability in every facet is we have taken advantage of the world so much that I want to give back. I want to try to put a Band-Aid on, not Band-Aid, but coexist. we're humans. We've done some serious damage, but like, let's work together and make it better.
Well, that's kind of like
Heal the world.
I know not a lot of people saw it, but the Carl Sagan video I did, I had a clip from him talking about, this is way back in like the early 80s, late 70s, and he says, you know, the way we treat animals on this planet, if intelligent life were to come down here and look at the way we're treating other life on this planet, they probably wouldn't want to say hi to us. They probably wouldn't want anything to do with us, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait,
What?
Is the water?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dead air. Just kidding.
I talk about this in some of my presentations, but when I was little, like, you know, I would always save animals around the neighborhood, like anything I
Those
could.
are some of my favorite stories.
Yeah, but the one that I remember them all, but one of them that I like to tell the story about was I was riding my bike home down like,
I remember.
Yeah. And there was like a woodchucker or some kind of I don't know, something, woodchucker, groundhog, or beaver. I don't know what it was, but it got hit by a car, but it was still alive. And I was like, oh my God. And just like kind of like E.T., like I had like the BMX bike and everything. And I grabbed my bike chain and took it off and I wrapped it around him and I picked him up and I put him on my handlebars. So he's like this now on my handlebars. And I rode home very carefully and I ran in the house. I'm like, Mom, I just saved a woodchuck. Come on, we got to help it. And she's like, Chris, what exactly are you doing? And I'm like, no, he got ran over and he's still alive. So we put him in the car and we went to the vet and we dropped him off at the vet. And the vet took him and that's all I know.
That's all you know?
That's all I know.
I can't believe the vet actually took them.
I was a little kid. Like, whatever, they probably, you know.
Probably euthanized
Yeah.
him or whatever, but the only thing I can say is at least he didn't suffer a slow, painful death on the side of the road. Like he
suffered on my freaking handlebars.
Well, dude.
But anyways, I tried my best.
To help, man.
I tried. Like, I always.
Bye, Julie. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, Julie. I mean, I even brought a bat home once. My mom was not happy. I caught a bat. It was probably rabid because it was the middle of the day, and bats don't usually come out on the day. And it was weird how I caught it. I was in a ravine.
Oh gosh.
I was in a ravine with my friend. I mean, I'm probably like 10 or 11, and we used to really like be outdoorsy and hike in the woods and stuff. And I'm wearing a freaking big cowboy hat, and all of a sudden there's a bat flying at me, just like woo 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 woo, like my direction. And I took my hat off and I went like that, and I caught him right in my head, and I go boom. Oh my God, I got a pet bat. Brought him home. I'm like, Mom, this is how I did it. I was in the backyard, I was on the ground, and she was up above me on the deck. And I go, Mom, come here. And I had a big paper bag that it was in. I go, hear me out, Mom. Hear me out. Look, I'll take good care. She goes, Chris, what's in the bag? I go, listen, Mom, I'll be really good. I'll take care of it. Can I please have it? What is in the bag? Mom, it's a bat. Get out of it!
You open it up, it flies off.
Pretty much.
Oh, man. That's great. That is great.
Anyway.
Trying to think if I have another quick story before I leave. I got 10 minutes. Maybe there's another fun story that you can tell. What about the bird that you found?
Oh, the poor bird. That one?
Did we already tell that story?
I mean, I've told that before. Yeah. Yeah. My mom had a lot of fun. Yeah, I got some stories.
Chris, dude, you dressed up in winter clothes and went bowling down your street in the middle of summer.
No, that was in Casanova. We went in the, now, this is funny too, because we went bowling in a little mom and pop grocery store, and we took out liters of soda and put them down for bowling pins, and we bowled down there. And a few years after we did that, Smashing Pumpkins came out with that
1979.
video, and they made that, and we did it way before they did.
Did you get that on video?
Yeah. It's on video. And Bill and Bill's out there. Sean's out there with like these ridiculous pink glasses with a snowsuit on like a 90-degree weather, directing traffic. He's going. Like it was ridiculous.
Like
he's gonna be in town too.
This is genius. I'm not hanging out with him.
We're gonna go skate. Him and his little kid wants to skate.
Isn't that weird? Yeah. Like your friends have little kids.
Well, some of my friends have kids that are like in their mid-20s.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm like, whoa, I'm way too old.
I'm 18 with a back problem.
I look like I'm at least in my early 30s. No, man, you look 50. They had that like when they found out how old I really was. Well, he looks 50.
Whoa.
Well, Oren, you're amazing. You always hook us up on the super chats. I want to thank you so much.
That was amazing,
Oren. Shout out to Oren G. Am I saying that right, Oren? Oren? Do you have PTSD from your past as a non-vegan? I don't because it was it was so long ago. I've lived more of my life as a vegan than not. I was 14 when I first went vegetarian and started the lifestyle, and I'm almost 44 now. But like I said, I had a good memory, and part of me, even though I kind of wish I was born a vegan, like it's also at the same time like I'm not craving anything because I remember how it was. I'm not like, well, I've never really had that before, Well, I wonder what it does taste like. What does meat taste, Because I have had it, and because of that, like I don't miss it at all. It wasn't ever something that I was like craving or feel like that I had to like. Because a lot of people are like, "What's the thing you miss the most?" And I'm like, honestly, I don't miss anything.
That's a good boy. How about your pup?
Lately, my mom's been doing that to my dad, like making vegan stuff and like really not even telling him.
There's such a stigma about it. Like my dad will, like I made tofu scramble for my mom and all my friends, and he wouldn't try it because like I tried tofu once, I hated it. Cool, in the 40s when you were born.
Yeah,
you're a jerk.
Your dad and my dad are like the same age, and they're so stubborn about that. My dad will eat some things that I make.
Aaron Garatello, you made that tofu last night. Did you make it in the air fryer? Because that looked really good. Did you fry it up? It was the strips you posted.
I know. Honestly, I don't remember because that was an old picture that I reposted.
I'll tell you what. He's like, I commented and said I'd eat that whole thing in one sitting. And he's like, prove it.
Oh, yeah. What, he doesn't...
First of all, I can't go back in time, so how can I prove something? But second of all, I'll eat a block of tofu raw right now. It doesn't taste good or bad.
Well, I usually do that anyway. Yeah. For me, like, it brings me back...
Prove it, Aaron.
Yeah,
I won't fight.
I think I think he was just being funny.
He was. Aaron and I, he's like, he's been good to me.
He's a superhero.
He is a superhero,
and he owns a superhero. He owns a comic shop. So he's awesome.
I was traumatized by the fish incident. We'll call it the fish incident. The fincident. That's a life I can't get back. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad about it. I'm super happy that I made the connection at like 7 years old, where I didn't continue to fish and hunt. In fact, when I went vegan, anytime I would open up the refrigerator, you can buy worms, live worms.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
And I don't know if worms can feel feelings or feel things, but like I didn't like that there was a live animal in my fridge. So every single time that my brothers would buy it so they could go fishing whenever they were here, I would take it and I would let them all go in the garden. And they're like, what happened with it? I'm like, I don't know. I would lie to them. None of them are going to watch this. I don't care. Even if they do, whatever.
It's like, I let your worms out.
Bring your worms with you. I'm leaving at the house, and I'm not going to tolerate it.
No, I don't.
Sorry, I get it.
Yeah, but
I'm the only vegan in my family, and I feel I love my family, but like that's a very important part of my life, and it's downplayed. Why don't you ever come? We talked about this before. Why don't you ever come to the holidays? Dude, I don't want to see my neighbor roasting a whole pig.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see it. I don't want to. I don't need to. I don't.
That's why I don't do a lot of those things.
Why don't you ever come around, John? Because I don't. I'm not like you guys. I'm not like you guys. Blink-182.
Okay.
It's called Aliens Exist. Want me to play it?
No, who'd you just remind me of when you said that? Somebody from The Office that says something and then says the name. Is it Andy Bernard?
Probably. Andy Bernard is the most annoying character. Dude, save the worms. That's right. You want to...
Big Tuna? Wait, is that what he calls them?
Tuna! Yeah.
You don't use Facebook because your mom makes fun of your food.
Oh, Marina's so smart.
Everybody in Russia is smarter than us.
You guys are... Everyone that's not in America is smarter than us. I'm sorry. But when we went over to Germany...
Everyone's smarter than
Everyone
us.
speaks 13 languages, and I'm just standing here. We're going to speak Icelandic now. Just in case they know some German words.
Yeah, I mean, we had to start our presentation out with like, I'm so glad that you guys speak English because we can't speak German, so this is all going to be in English. And they all loved it. Or they at least pretended to.
No, that German trip...
That was awesome. I was just talking about it earlier today.
It's like, I don't want to focus on all the things I should have done or whatever, but like, there were certain times where you've reached out to me, and it's like, we can go make this happen, and I said no.
You did.
I said no because of my job, and that was really stupid because this is way more important to me. Although paying bills is very important as well, so I can't... Who knows? I don't know, Graven, why people put worms in the fridge. I think that if they were left out in the heat, they would dry up, and they would it would just...
And people, the fishermen, they don't want to kill the worms before they kill them.
No, they need to have a beating. You know, they need to be able to wiggle, and so the fish... I don't know, whatever. It's just stupid.
Oh, I did remember, but I didn't give it to her yet. So the next time I go over, I'm going to give Katie the little socks, but she knows. So I'm just sorry. Like I haven't been over there in a while.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out with us, and are we gonna stream the same time next week? Want to do a 10 to 11 to 1 again? Because I'm closing.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
If you're closing, yeah. While the fair's going, let's do that.
All right. I mean, you can do it without me if the timing is not right.
I can keep streaming for maybe another 20, 30 minutes because I have a call at 2.
Is there a way to dual stream by any chance?
You mean like have half and half like you and me?
Yeah. Like, is it possible? Because here's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think so, but
I could do a dual screen where like the screen is split like next Wednesday night from when we normally do it 6 to 8 because I'll be working at Strong Hearts, and Joel said I could do this as long as I'm not giving any proprietary information away, which I'm not because there's no recipes right there.
Right.
I can do a live video, but you'd be here to talk about what's happening if you see anything. I wouldn't be able to talk. I could wave every once in a while. It might be kind of fun.
Or I could be at the fair doing it, like just standing in everybody's way like I usually do.
That's a good. You're not working. You don't want to do it today because we need you. But
oh, you do?
Well,
like,
I think so.
At a certain point, because I did it last. I usually work the first day of the fair.
Well, what I'm talking about is the live stream is going to be more involved. The thing that you'd be doing with Instagram Live or whatever might be fine because you could set your phone down. But like I'm talking about,
because I could do that on Facebook and here. I don't think I would want to do it on a YouTube one. I mean, maybe it depends on the reception.
That's why I'm saying if we did it our scheduled time next year at this time, next Wednesday, if we did it at 6 to 8, but I can't talk. You guys can just see me working at the fair. You can see how busy it is, maybe for like an hour, and then I'll have to turn my phone off or it might die. That might be. We'll talk about it. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's not even possible. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna leave. So I'll
take the front and center.
Take the front and center. Don't.
Unless you guys want gotta get going, then I'll just leave too.
I'll see you at 6.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. Where are you parking? I park way far away, but last time they all laughed and said, "Oh, we just parked right here."
If you can go to the brown lot, that's where you should try. The brown lot is right there. It's right across from the fair. So what you'll want to do is
it's right across from the fair.
So what you guys are all gonna want to do is
we're learning how to do this, guys.
Get off at the regular fairgrounds exit and get on State Fair Boulevard. and there's a way to get to the brown lot from there. Just Google it. It'll show you how to get there.
Maybe I'll just go to the far lot and just get there 10 minutes early. It's quite a walk.
I like that walk.
I do
with
too.
my back the way it is. I'm gonna be limping the whole way and stuff. So, all right, guys, I'll see you later.
Zagging through the crowds. See you, dude.
Do you want to stay
Tomorrow, later today.
Oh, my phone is in my pocket and my keys are in my
Phone.
My keys are right
Oh,
here.
my phone is charged.
Bye, guys.
Oh wait, my mom's calling me.
Oh, all right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. I'll call her back in a minute. I know why she's calling me. The door doesn't look good there like that. So let me.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. I'm just gonna do that. So, because the door makes a weird reflection. It's just not a very good colored door. I don't like it. All right, guys, just us. All right, John is gone. What should we talk about? Or do we just want to get going? How many people? We got 54 people on right now. So, yeah, I got a call after this with a really cool thing that I showed in my Instagram story. Some new, like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like these barocas. They're like these nuts from the Amazon forest, and they're really good for you. I've been snacking on them lately. Oh, there's my dog. What are you doing? You coming back in? He's coming back in. What are you doing? You gonna come sit down? All right, come sit down. All right. What are you doing? No, that's my seat. You gotta come over here. To me the putt. I think we're alone now. Yeah. So there's something that I wanted to talk about, but I want everybody to stay in like. Well, we could probably still do it, like, and everybody could. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, I'll just say it. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say this, and then I'll let everybody go. So when I was just told this story not long ago. So long time ago, a lifetime for me, literally. My mom was at my aunt and uncle's house, and she was pregnant for me. January 25th, 1976. Ice storm. Early in the morning, she was sitting on the kitchen floor of my aunt and uncle's house. She was going into labor. She didn't want to bother anybody. Idiot. Early in the morning, my cousin comes out and sees her, and she's like, "Kathy, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, you're getting ready to have a baby." And she's like, "No, don't wake anyone up." But she went in and she woke up my aunt and uncle, and my uncle drove my mom to the hospital. It was an ice storm, snow, blizzard, ice storm, and then I was born 2 hours later. And that uncle is my godfather. And of all my uncles, he was my coolest uncle. Like, he's the one that he always had the best stories. And obviously, I don't remember him driving me to the hospital, but my earliest memory of him was a nice hot summer day in my backyard in my parents' house. I was 5 or 6, and I remember specifically I was learning to ride a bike in the backyard, not on a road but in the grass. And I was doing my best to I basically taught myself how to ride a bike. Most people teach other people, or parents teach them or whatever, but I was determined, and it was my neighbor's bike. It was her bike, and it was the seat was a red and white seat with a big S on it. Her name was Susan, And I would get on it and I would ride a little bit and then kind of fall down and get it up. And I was determined. I'm like, I'm going to ride it a little bit further and further each time. And during this time, my dad and my uncle had installed a big pool, a big oval shaped pool, above ground pool in the yard, and they were filling up the filter. And my uncle was there, and he was like I said, he was the coolest uncle. He had like tattoos, and he was like ex-military, and like he would fly radio controlled planes and motorcycles. And like I remember this specifically, my first memory. I walked over and they were filling up the filter, the big tank. It was like a big cylinder thing with water with a hose. He wasn't wearing a shirt or anything, and I'm like, "Oh, can I help?" And he's like, "No, no," And my dad's like, "Oh, let him help." So I got to hold the hose while all the water was going into the filter. I'm holding the hose, and the pressure of the hose made it kind of like go up, 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 boom, out. And the water went all over him, and he just got up and he's like, "Get out of here, you little a-hole." And, and he swore at me. He's like, "Get out of here." And I ran as fast as I could. I had never been talked to like that ever. And I just ran as fast as I could. But at the same time, I was kind of intrigued. I'm like, that's the coolest uncle ever. And I remember he had his own in-ground swimming pool, and I would go over there. And I was afraid to go all the way in. There's an actual movie of this. My dad would take home movies, and I'm trying to get in. I'm going down the ladder, and in the shallow part, it wasn't that deep, but I was afraid. I was afraid to get in, and I wouldn't go all the way to the bottom. And he's like, "Chris, go stand in there. Stand on the bottom." And I'm like, I kept getting out. He's like, "Chris, if it's over your head, I'll buy you a motorcycle." And I was like, "Oh, wow." But I was still too afraid to go check it out. I was a little wimp as a kid. And I remember that. And he always has the best stories. I have some videos of some of the things, some of his stories, and like as of like the last 5 or 6 years going over and just hearing the stories. He's been in hospice lately, and I was just informed 5 minutes before John got here that he passed away. So that's why I'm not going camping tomorrow with Craig. And I don't mean this to be like put anybody in a downer mood or anything. I'm just, that was my godfather, and so I just want to remember him and like all the, the coolest uncle ever kind of thing. And I remember watching an old movie of when I was a little kid, and I didn't go with them, but my dad went and did movies, and I always thought it was so cool. He had radio control airplanes, and hit the propeller, and then it would take off, and you'd watch it go. And I remember in one movie, he couldn't get the plane started for some reason. It didn't go in the air today, and it was like a big movie that my dad made of them going out there with his friend and trying to fly these planes. And if I was that little back then he probably was only a little bit older than I am now. But anyway, so he said after the movie, they went home and my dad kind of interviewed him. This is back in like probably the late 70s, early 80s. And he said, "Matt, so what do you think the problem was?" And movies were so like 70s, 80s. Like I can't even really put my finger on what I'm trying to say here, but you could tell like the time they were in, and like the way the movie looked, the way it sounded. And he said, "Matt, what was the problem here? Why didn't we get the plane in the sky today?" He's like, "Well, Tom, I think it was dirt in the carburetor. Dirt in the carburetor." And I took that clip and I digitized it and I put it on my computer. And I went over to my uncle's house. This is a few years back, and I showed it to him. I'm like, "Hey, Matt, it was Uncle Matt. Hey, remember this? It was dirt in the carburetor, And after that, I would always say like, "Dirt in the carburetor," And I went to see him a couple days ago, and he didn't know who I was. And I knew that was the last time, I would ever be able to talk to him. And I told him to take it easy. And that was it. So I mean, that's well, that's it. And like I can't help it, like, because we were talking, I was talking to like my aunt and my mom that we were there, and just it's crazy, like time changes like everything when you think about it. And I think that's why, like, people that know me, like I don't really have too many like normal emotions like most people do for certain things, but as far as nostalgia goes, like it's like that's my strongest emotion. And like I can put myself in any time that I've ever experienced and go right back to the time, and that brings me like happiness but also sadness, because the happiness is like I can be right where I was when I had like an amazing time, and I remember everything. Like I remember the time, the feeling, the setting, who was around there, and how things were different then. But also like it makes me sad because I can never go back to that time. It's gone forever. So just I don't know. I wanted to tell some couple stories of my memories of my uncle. So that's it. I guess that's it. Um, so yeah, thanks, Craig. We'll go camping probably maybe next week if we can. And he's over here licking. So I don't know what else to really talk about right now, but we will be going live later tonight, most likely on Instagram and maybe even Facebook. I don't think YouTube, but who knows? It's a possibility. So that would be, I'm working there 6 to 11, so somewhere in that time frame, we'll be showing you some live at Strong Hearts at the fair, behind the scenes, making food with John and whoever else is there, and it should be fun because they have the, they're only doing it today, and then next Wednesday they're doing the mac and cheeseburger. It looks really epic and good, and probably not good for you, but delicious in their picture. So, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll do another one of these next week. We're going to do another early one because John has to work at the fair again. So that'll be another 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. And of course, I will always shout it out, let you guys know on my Instagram account, and I will be posting a video on my main channel tomorrow. And you know what? I'm going to try my best to go live again before that. I say that every week, but like I tried last week, I didn't get around to it, but I'm going to try this week. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the donation again, Oren, and watch out for zombies, stuff like that. You guys know the drill.